Hi, welcome to Operations Management. This is second lecture, part 2, Operations Strategy. And we talked about the reason for strategy, and I said that we need strategy because strategy helps for us to really understand the situation and find a way to overcome our limitations and constraints in resources. Now, in this second part, we are going to discuss the content of strategy. Now, the content of strategy. The name of the game is competition, and the playing field is global. Those who understand how to play the game will succeed. Those who don't are going to face difficulties. And don't think the game is just companies competing with each other. In companies that have multiple factories and divisions producing the same goods and services, factories and divisions are finding themselves competing with each other, supply chain versus supply chain, distribution chain versus distribution chain. The bottom line is that we need to produce better quality, more values with more effectiveness. So that's why operations management and operations strategy will be important. Here's the definition of strategy. Strategy can be defined in many ways. I like the definition by Skinner in 1969. A strategy is a set of decisions and plans and policies by which a company aims to gain advantages over its competitors. Notice that strategy is not just a plan, but it is actual set of decisions and policies. It's a collection of consistent decisions toward a goal which produces advantages. According to Schroeder in 2002, the more the advantage is valuable, inimitable, and non-substitutable, the more it is sustainable and powerful. Consider Nike's mission statement, being inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. And they say, if you have a body, you are an athlete. Companies do not pursue just making money. They pose it themselves to create a value for the mankind through their operations. An advantage should be also inimitable. McDonald's enjoy its fast food serving capability, but the advantage has been replicated by other fast food restaurants, such as Arby's and Burger King's and Wendy's, and these days Chick-fil-A. The fast food chain is struggling to find another advantage that will differentiate themselves from the others. The last characteristic of sustainable advantage is that the competitor's advantage should be non-substitutable for the company's advantage. Think of Kodak. It enjoyed a flourishing century because of its analog film technology, but the technology was substituted for digital camera and smartphones later. The legendary company did not create another non-substitutable technology and maintain it or use it for their production. As a result, they disappeared from the horizon. In summary, the textbook defines strategy as an organization's action plan to achieve the mission. It takes some time to organize such an action plan, but obviously it makes or breaks a company. Here are the dimensions of strategy. There could be many dimensions, but the most common and important dimensions are time, quality, cost, and flexibility. Let's think about some companies that focus on these dimensions. What companies are focusing on time? Think of companies that compete on time. Delivery service companies are good examples. FedEx, USPS, DHL, and UPS. Think about supply chain and logistics industry as well. Railway companies like Norfolk, CSX belong to this dimension. Any other business can you identify that is competing on time? pizza delivery or fast food industry, electronic industry that compete for timely product development and launching could be other examples. Now consider quality dimension. Which companies are contending in this aspect of strategy? Do you want to drive Mercedes-Benz or BMW or Lexus or Lamborghini? I do because of their qualities. I heard many students saying that they prefer Chick-fil-A to other fast food restaurants for the quality of the food. Many people chose Google as their choice of search service because of its excellent service, excellent result. Men do not have many places to decorate themselves, so they tend to choose to wear expensive watch like a Rolex. The dimension of cost is something that we can easily relate to. The prime example would be Walmart. How about Sam's Club or Costco? When we consider buying anything, cost is always an issue, and businesses try to drive down costs precisely because of this reason. One day I woke up and found termite at home. I immediately called around different places. Some places charged me $1,500, 10-year warranty, and environment-friendly product. But I decided to go with a local company that did the service for me at $800 only. So cost is an important dimension of strategy. Lastly, flexibility dimension means that a company is embracing multiple dimensions of strategy simultaneously. An example is General Motors. General Motors covers all the segments of the market from cheap products to luxurious products. Not only do they cover all the market segments, but also they offer customers with financial options, warranty, delivery, and repair services. Another example would be Samsung. Whereas Apple focuses on quality products in computer and phones, Samsung offers a variety of products for customers from low-margin products to luxurious products. The company is called conglomerates because it's offering services and products in education and in construction. And did you know that it's also car manufacturers? And it also has insurance companies, so many other types of companies they are carrying. So that's why it is called conglomerates. So it is competing on flexibility. Many of you are working now. What strategies your business pursuing? We can identify any company on these 4 dimensions of strategy and compare them. Now let's take a look at Apple and Samsung. Let's zoom in and try to analyze these companies on these 4 dimensions. Look at this graph. Apple claimed 92% of global smartphone profits. Can you believe it? Although it does not have all the market share, it does have most of the profit margin in the industry. Apple has a profit margin of approximately 64.53% on their newest iPhone. They are producing this product for $443 and are retailing this phone at $1,249. So it's like $800 of profit margin. The company has been built on innovation and always having a newer product and always adapting to the consumer. Samsung has a profit margin of 61.2%. They are producing the product for $369 and are retailing the product for $950. So they shrunk the profit margin. The difference between Samsung and Apple is that the Samsung is functioning with a larger screen, a better battery life, and a larger overall phone size. This allows for consumers to use the phone longer and be able to see their phone more clearly. However, they are less reliable than the Apple products because they tend to overheat due to the size and unreliability of the battery. Samsung tend to use plastic rather than aluminum, so the quality is lower than Apple's. Samsung is growing in technology industry and the consumers stick to their products only. So if we compare the operations strategies of these two companies, it would look like this. Apple is clearly focusing on quality more than Samsung, which is a red line, and Apple is a blue line. And Apple is clearly doing better in terms of quality. And also, I am giving more points to Apple in terms of flexibility because of the softwares and app ecosystem that they have. Students can draw this kind of conclusion or map and analyze operation strategies for any companies. You can see which strategy works better than the others and what are the differences amongst companies in the same industry. Now, let's take a look at types of strategy. Here are types of strategy. Michael Porter, a Harvard Business School professor, proposed this framework, and it is being used in many business schools as of today. If a company's dominant dimension of competition is flexibility, it's called the general strategy. If a company is poised on quality dimension, the company is pursuing differentiation strategy. When a company pursues cost leadership or responsiveness, it's utilizing focus strategy. So these are main categories of strategy according to Michael Porter. So in this video lecture, we learned the content of strategy. Despite the fierce competition, we need strategy, and strategy can be defined as a set of decisions and plans and policies by which a company aims to gain advantages over its competitors. And advantage should be valuable, inimitable, and non-substitutable. We also learned the dimensions of strategy. We saw time, quality, cost, and flexibility dimensions, and each company are competing on different dimensions and putting different weights on these dimensions. And in terms of types of strategy, as we just discussed, there are three types: general strategy, differentiation strategy, and focus strategy. Thank you.